There's no going back for me. I'm gonna live the way he says to live, do what he says to do. You can choose whatever road you choose. I'm gonna walk with Jesus. I'm gonna walk.
So we wanted to dedicate a whole video to talking about some things we learned during our first month here in Ecuador. I guess we'll start with the first place we stayed at. It was, I forget where it was, located, inside Ecuador, but it was really isolated.
Yeah, I was in the middle of nowhere.
We thought we were getting a good deal. This is $200 a month. But there's literally there were no grocery stores within walking distance. And the place itself wasn't set up to accommodate 6 people. There was 3 towels. How many dishes? I mean, it was 1 pot.
Yeah, tiny stove, 2-burner stove.
Yeah. No, it was a hot plate.
Oh, yeah.
You had to pull it out and plug it in, which that isn't that big of a deal. I mean,
No,
it works,
it is.
but
because we're not visiting, we're living here, so we're not going out to eat every day. We cook, and when we cook a lot because it's 6 of us.
yeah. So I mean,
So 2 burners are not enough, and 1 pot.
yeah. The problem was the 1 pot. I mean, we could have used both burners.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so in order to reach Uber, or in order to reach the mall where we bought most of the necessities,
Grocery store. you
toilet paper and things like that, we had to take an Uber, and that was
mean? Impossible to get because we had no Wi-Fi.
there was no internet.
Yeah.
We got SIM cards that were supposed to be specifically for Ecuador, but the location was so remote that we got 0 service.
Yeah. So we couldn't get an Uber. We couldn't get to the store.
Yeah, and there was no Wi-Fi there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it had electricity, to be honest.
Yeah. So what we learned is do not book your places unless you know what you're looking for.
And she
Months
thought
ahead.
she did know what she was looking for.
My requirements was at least 3 beds, Wi-Fi.
And this place had 3 beds. They were all in the same room.
Yeah, and grocery store, walking distance. And before I booked, I asked the guy, "Is there grocery stores walking distance?" He said yes, but they were not grocery stores. They were snack stores,
Yeah.
chips and ice cream and soda.
Also, one thing I've kind of picked up, no matter where you go, as long as you look different, they're going to charge you differently. Most of the time, it's more expensive.
Yeah.
So we stayed at the first place for a day,
Yeah, we slept there one night and then we left the next day.
and so one thing I would say is document your stay. Take pictures, take videos.
Short videos.
Yeah, Airbnb, whenever you submit things, it needs to be less than a certain amount. So usually 3 seconds or 4 seconds is fine. But the host said he would provide, for instance, fire extinguishers, and there were none. So we were able to get the refund for that place when we left it. The next place we went to was a lot closer to Quito.
Yeah, just 35 minutes away. San Guanquil.
That was a much nicer place.
It had
It-
Wi-Fi.
It had internet. It had, stable power.
No AC, but it was cold over there, so it was fine.
It had a nice breeze. I mean, it was really like the house itself was set up in such a way that there was a lot of airflow.
Yeah, the only problem there was the refrigerator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the refrigerator was at like 13 degrees Celsius and freezer was at 4 degrees Celsius, so it was basically warm inside.
So when we got there, the refrigerator worked, and then we put our stuff in it, and then it stopped working. And
I don't
mean,
know
the house
if it
was
worked.
very helpful. Like she tried to get it fixed.
Yeah, she sent some repairmen 3 times and then they finally got it the 3rd time.
Yeah, I had to tell them that it was like frozen over, but still, they got it working.
Yeah, the last week of the stay, the refrigerator started working like it should.
That was nice.
There were, again, like little stores with snacks and stuff and a bakery so we could get
Oh yeah,
bread.
the panaderia. That was very nice.
Yeah.
We got fresh bread every morning. That was pretty
20
great.
buns for $2.
Yeah,
We could get milk over there.
heavy cream.
Heavy cream.
Crema de leche. So we tried to make our own butter because butter is like really expensive here. But I guess we got like an ultra pasteurized like heavy cream instead of like
Whipping
heavy
cream.
whipping cream, and that did not work.
Yeah.
It was just heavy cream. Made coffee though. That was nice.
But our SIM cards worked, so we could go to the supermarket.
We could get Ubers and
Yeah.
go places.
And it was like less than $3 per trip. 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away. So we just went shopping once a week, cooked.
Yeah, we were able to make a budget and stick to it.
Yeah, there were no restaurants really over there. There was this one place
Yeah,
we
a
got.
pizza place.
Yeah, the pizza place. But it was like $6 for a kind of small pizza. But it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
And then the hamburger place, that was cheap. The
I
hamburgers were
really
this big.
enjoyed that hamburger place. Like,
I don't remember eating pizza.
It was a big hamburger with fries for $3.
oh, so good. The hamburger was like Salisbury steak.
Yeah,
You ate
kinda.
hamburgers?
So even though the place was much nicer this time, it was still kind of like isolated. There wasn't a whole bunch of things for kids to do.
Yeah,
They had public transportation set up, but we just walked wherever we went.
yeah.
And
'cause
like
I
the
don't
nearest
know.
park was like an hour away.
No, it was half an hour. We took like a bunch of wrong turns. That's why it was an hour the first time. But still, it was like a long walk up and down the hills
Mhm.
with wild dogs.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those dogs, they're not friendly.
Priorities. So now we're looking for at least 3 beds, Wi-Fi. What else? Either park or beach, walking distance, and the grocery stores, walking distance. So we're learning as we're going.
Oh yeah, it's a learning experience, and just finding the deals,
Yeah.
making a budget, and sticking to it. That's probably one of the more
So
important things.
in San Guayaquil we spent about $200 a week
Now, is this
for groceries.
Can you be quiet?
And that's for 6 people. So,
Yeah.
so that was the first month in Ecuador. For the next month, we decided to move to a place that was close to the beach and had AC and Wi-Fi. So,
And I already had that place booked months ahead too, so I didn't learn my lessons there yet.
So what was it in Salongo? That's
Yeah.
where it was. It was literally like across the street from the beach.
Yeah, we flew to Manta. It's 40 minutes flight, and then we drove 2 hours with the Uber
2.5.
to Salango.
So we were debating whether or not to just take a bus to go to Salongo, but apparently it's 9 hours by bus.
Overnight.
Yeah, overnight, and 2,
Through the mountains.
it's really dangerous if you listen to the locals. They apparently robberies happen on those buses. They'll like pull them over and take everyone's stuff and then
Yeah.
you're on your way. But so we opted not to do that. But when we got to the airport, when we arrived in Manta, we had to take an Uber to our next destination. That was
To Salongo.
Salongo.
Yeah.
And
The Uber driver.
So we had to get 2 Ubers.
Yeah.
The first Uber driver made a really big deal out of like, well, it's really dangerous. He's like, I'm a Christian and I wouldn't feel that I'm doing my duty if I didn't tell you that, it's really dangerous. I mean, they pull people over and they rob them. It happens a lot around here. So,
And it was night already.
yeah, we got there at like 5 or something.
No, it was like 6:20.
6:20. Okay.
And it gets dark at 7 over here.
And guess what? When we the another
So when we
place,
got to the new place about 2.5 hours later, it was night, and like the co-host had to come let us in and stuff. But like the apartment that we were supposed to be renting, they said that it didn't have power. So
That's
we were
the upstairs.
Yeah. So we stayed in a
Downstairs.
different one that was just like downstairs. And
So we
that had a
slept-
room with AC.
In
And
one
we
room.
all slept in that room. It was like bunk beds that had like an
Pull
additional
out
bed
bed.
under it that you could pull out. It was nice. I mean,
Yeah.
We slept
They were
comfortably.
big bunk beds too.
It was nice.
And then the next day she said the power is on and we moved upstairs and upstairs didn't have AC.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to move. I want to stay. And she was like, no.
It was already rented out to somebody else.
Yeah, why couldn't they take that place? But, I mean, I guess it was a good thing that happened because, like, a day or 2 later, that place flooded.
Also, I almost got electrocuted in the shower.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta beware of those showers. They're called suicide showers.
Yeah.
oh, and in the house that smelled like fish.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's a small fishing village, so there's a bunch of fishermen, and every morning they come in and just unload the fish to a truck, and it smells really bad.
Well, that's not what stinks. What stinks
It's
is
the
that there's like a factory where they process the fish like less than a mile away.
Yeah. Yeah.
It smelled so bad. But I think, I kind of got used to it in like a day or 2 because it's either that or perish.
And there's a lot of so there were no grocery stores over there again.
Well, there were, but like
They're not that's not grocery stores.
the
Just,
old guy next to us.
that's not really a grocery store. That they're like tiny. They have like 6 eggs for how much did he want?
Oh yeah, it was
6 eggs for $3 or something.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Once
Yeah.
again, like they upcharged everything because we look different.
Yeah. So we got tired of getting scanned. So the closest grocery stores were in Puerto Lopez, and that's where we're at now.
Yeah, so we didn't know this, but like Ecuador started, like the whole country started doing like
Power cuts.
load shedding, I guess.
Yeah.
Some places were more affected than others, and the place we were at, I don't remember. I think it's probably the same here. It was like 4 hours without power from like 12
12
to
till
4. But we didn't know that.
And the host didn't know.
And no one knew that.
Yeah.
We just thought that, this place had unreliable power.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't work like this.
The kids can't do schoolwork.
Yeah.
No, we don't like schoolwork.
That's okay.
I know you don't, but you need to. So we kicked up a fuss and notified Airbnb, and then we got to move to, or get a refund so we can move to a new place. But like that night, I heard water running.
Oh, before we moved.
Yeah,
I
right.
thought it was raining.
Yeah, I was like, it's not raining, but I hear water like falling from somewhere and hitting like pavement. And I opened the window and long story short, stopped the flooding and
We moved the next
we
day
moved the next day.
to Puerto Lopez. So now this place is nice. It has Wi-Fi. It has AC in the kitchen. It didn't come with the washer, but since we're staying here a month, the host says we can use her washer. She brought us new sheets and towels. It's literally like 2 minutes away from all the grocery stores and 2 minutes from the beach.
It's essentially a 2-bedroom apartment. That's nice.
Yeah, 2 bedrooms, 4 beds. Yeah.
And everything's really close now. Everything is really close. We haven't had to use an Uber since we got
Yeah,
here.
so that's the whole thing. Like, save money on Ubers. Just get
Save money where you can.
Yeah, pick a location where you can just walk everywhere.
And we're like 3 minutes from the beach. That's nice, especially when the power cuts
Yeah,
out.
we just go to the beach.
We just chill there for 4 hours.
Yep.
So sunburns are a thing. They happen. And they have aloe vera plants that just kind of grow wild everywhere around here, and that's what we've been using to treat it.
Yeah, because you can't find anything in the store. You can find sunblock, but nothing, after you get burned.
Yeah. But everything so far has been good here.
So right now we're trying to spend around like 150 a week for groceries.
Yeah, we're trying to whittle down to what we can and can go without, and instead of like getting fresh bread every day, we'll like go to this one place called Tootie. It has like loaves of bread, and those are like $1 or something for like a whole loaf.
Yeah.
And that's better than like $1 for like 7 buns.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things we're doing now.
Yeah, so we're still not eating out or trying new things because we still haven't rented out our house.
Mm-hmm.
So we're waiting on that. So we're just living off Richard's retirement right now. So we're on a budget.
Yeah. But I mean, it's still nice. We're able to have fun, do things like go to the beach.
Yeah, for free.
And this is, our life.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Not bad at all. There are more things to be grateful for than upset about.
Yeah. So yeah, so we spend about 150 a week on groceries and then 700, either a little less or a little more a month for Airbnb. That's a month. So what was it? 1,200 a month to live.
700 plus 600 is 1,300.
Yeah. 1,300 a month to live and not work.
That's just groceries and rent.
Yeah. We still have like gas and electricity in the United States that we're paying for the house. That's gonna go away when we get the renters.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we're paying 100. What was it? The health insurance. We do the safety wing. I think it's 180 a month.
And what about like SIM cards and phone plans like that?
SIM card, since we had like the 5 gigabyte Airlo, that was like 20 some, almost $30, and that was way too much. We didn't use all that, so now if
Yeah, I've had 1 gigabyte for almost a month now, and I've used maybe half of it.
yeah, so that's only like $12 or something.
No, it was like 9.
Yeah, $9 a month for a SIM card for a whole month.
1 gigabyte is 1.
So you can live off 1,500.
Or less. I mean, it all depends on what you're willing to go without.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with 6 people, it's more expensive than, say, if you were to do it by yourself.
Duh.
But I'm just, putting our
If you're by
situation.
yourself, you can just go out and eat. You don't even have to go.
Yeah, I mean, if it were just you, or if it were just you and I.
Yeah, because like there's places where you can just get lunch for like $2 something, almost
$1.
$3. So it's cheaper than buying groceries then.
Yeah.
But for 6 of us, it's more.